What's going on, Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Before we get started, if you guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. Go ahead and follow us on Twitter at BitcoinBros26. We appreciate your support. And also, check us out at BitcoinBros101.com. We got learning for you ebooks, courses, Bitcoin Bros cheat sheet, all our social links. You can join our premium Patreon as well. Getting straight into it, the current time it's recording, the market cap's coming in around $2.45 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is up to 54.4%. Ethereum dominance is at 17%. So over the past 24 hours, what do we see in the market? Let's just filter this. We see, cats in a dog world. That's a meme going up crazy. Celestia is up 14%. Dog with Hap 10%. Dogecoin. So we're seeing in the top 5, about 3 memes. So SIA 7.5%, Beam, XRP, Helium, Avalanche. Over the past 7 days, who's the top gainer? We're looking at more dog with cat, more memes. Helium's been doing pretty well. Jupiter's been taking off. Avalanche is making up. Pepe, Injective has been making some plays. And it looks like the altcoin market could be getting ready to ramp up. Before we look more at the alts, looking at Bitcoin, and this is from Stock Money Lizard, the big boys have been loading up. The rocket will leave in Q4 at the latest. And what he's showing you right here, this is on the 14 days. So each one of these candles represents 14 days. 2 represents almost a month of price action. So after the halving, post-halving, you see this sort of sideways channel that we're in. And then once we blast out of this blue box, it's just up and off to the races. So we could get some more sideways chop over the next few months, maybe an upper bound of this channel, a retest, flipping this resistance to support for a continuation up over 200,000 sometime in 2025. So what are we looking at here? This is the Bitcoin price chart. Current time is coming in at 67.4K. And you see that these previous peaks, this is peak from 2017, peak from 2021, and then the peak that's going to be happening after this bull cycle's over, could it come up and retest this level? That's what Stockman Lizards was showing us there. This green box up to about $250,000. Could this be by middle of 2025? It definitely could be what's in the cards. Look at, we have a lot of bullishness. We have the Gaussian channel on the 2-week flipping green. We see the 20 moving average acting as resistance. And look at this pattern right here. We want to zoom in and we see this. And this could be some type of flag pattern that just is playing out. And if we pull this up from the bottom to the top, and then pull this to the bottom leg to see how low or how high this would go. Potentially, this will take us up to $175,000. Can we overextend that? Most definitely. And zoom back out on the charts, take a look. Let's get rid of this. And we see that we are in a Elliot wave sequence. This is the macro sequence here. We have wave 1, wave 2 pullback. This was the pandemic dump. Wave 3 was actually the 2021 bull cycle. Then we had a running flat correction, ABC, this is wave 4. And then wave 5 is what we're in the midst of right now. And if we zoom into wave 5, starting from this bottom to the potential peak, we can see here that we have wave 1, wave 2, and right now we're currently in this wave 3. So this could be over the next month or two, going into Q4, bullishness towards 100,000, and then we have this wave 4 pullback that probably will happen towards the end of the year. And how low we go, nobody knows. You can look at fib extensions once this peak is made, but this could be a sell-off of rebalancing of balance sheets towards the end of the year, and then once this bottoms out, blast off towards in 2025. This could be what we're seeing for our cycle peak. And look where we're at right now. If we zoom out on this chart, once again, this blue line is crossing over. Every time that we're in a channel like this, back above towards the previous all-time high, right here, towards the previous all-time high, every time we see this blue cross up, every single time it's off to the races. Mickey Bull is showing altcoins the best rallies yet to come. There's a hidden bullish divergence manifested itself similarly to what he sees in 2016. Let's take a look at the charts. So look here. He's using the RSI and just the price action. And this is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin. So it's the total two. And we have this bullish cross with some moving averages. We already had this bullish cross. And look, we had this retracement, this sort of bleed down back to retest this moving average before we see that rally to the upside. Well, look what happened. We came back down to this moving average. And are we going to see this blast up to the upside? And could we see this go up to $3, $4, $5 trillion for the overall crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin? So look here. Hidden bullish divergence, putting in a lower low, and right here, same thing, blast off. Are we going to see that blast off going to 2025? Bullish setups all around. Game of Trades is saying, even though these setups are occurring, and there's a lot of opportunity right now, credit card defaults are sharply rising. This is the case for all age brackets, so there's nobody that's exempt to this, especially the younger ones. The 18 to 28 age bracket is at its highest level in 10 plus years. This is worsened by over $1 trillion in total credit card debt. Credit card interest rates have hit 21.59%. This is not good. This is serious delinquencies with credit card defaults on the rise. Now, what does this mean? Will retail come back as strong? Potentially, but right now people are living off credit cards because they don't have any more intangible funds to invest into these markets right now because of inflation, the cost of living going up, food prices, etc., etc. It's rough out there. Reports on Elon Musk. Look at, where are we with dollar value destruction, you might ask? Well, look here. Silver coin, the silver-backed dollar, and then the greenback that wasn't backed by anything. And we're somewhere between here and here, which is the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. This is hyperinflation, and then bullets are all you're going to need, because if this happens, there will be chaos in the streets, most definitely. But will the U.S. recover? Is it inevitable? The Bitcoin price has suddenly soared on wild rumors that Donald Trump will create a U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, will Donald Trump do this? He's speaking at the Nashville Bitcoin conference that's coming up, and there's a lot of speculation that this is a big announcement that he's going to make if he becomes president. Now, he is in the race. He is in the lead, even with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden dropping out. Will this be a reality? The United States has the money printer, so just print and buy Bitcoin. It's sort of like what Michael Saylor's doing for the MicroStrategy play. He's just printing money with his stock price going up, but then he's selling those stock prices and buying Bitcoin. Is that what Trump has up his sleeve? We'll leave you with this short clip here. The Department of Justice owns more Bitcoin than what you believe. Check it out.
And so, yeah, he's going to speak very positively about Bitcoin here at the conference.
Do you think that these favorable comments could go so far as to indicate that he'd be open to it being a reserve currency for the U.S.?
Yeah, so there were some rumblings of that on X this week. It could be something that's very difficult to get done, but it is possible. The Justice Department holds about 200,000 units of Bitcoin. So the United States is the largest holder of Bitcoin. And so they could easily just move that over to the Department of Treasury and start right there and have 13 billion worth of Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So it is a possible move. It just could be tough to get done. But what happens is the Justice Department, in holding these units of Bitcoin, they've been a random seller in the space. And so if they move from being a random seller at times, which could push the price of Bitcoin down, over to being a long-term hodler, well, that could be really good for the space and push prices up.